T5G commented on one of my videos recently, and they were like, hey, we love that you're sharing this video with your community. And I don't know if that was a genuine compliment, which if it is, thank you so much, I think it was, or if it was a backhanded like, hey, hope you enjoy stealing our videos. And the answer is yes, I like these videos quite a bit. That's why I keep reacting to them. Anyway, we got some Easter eggs that you wouldn't want to get. Let's have a look.
While you're exploring the conquest of Eris in Battlefield 5, you can find this ordinary cabin with some cute gnomes inside. And while they may seem innocent at first, mess with them and you'll instantly regret it. Some players start—
I think gnomes get a bad rap. They often get lumped in with clowns because clowns are awful. Hate clowns. They are the worst. It's not an under-exaggeration to say that clowns are probably the worst thing that has ever been invented. But gnomes get locked in with clowns, and I feel like it's not fair. Gnomes are actually kind of sick.
Started destroying the gnomes, thinking they were just like any other prop, but that was until they turned around and realized there's a red-eyed demon now stalking you. It is completely unkillable, there's no way to shake it, and now it haunts you as revenge.
Well, that's just realistic. You know, I always praise Battlefield for its realism, and just like in real life, if you ever kill a gnome, then the red-eyed one follows you. You guys know about the red-eyed one, right? I knew about the red-eyed one. I used to have a friend called Darren once until he tripped and kicked a gnome in a garden. It was a moment of weakness. It was a mistake, but well, that didn't stop him. Let's have a look and see what else we got in
Still
this
not
one.
as strange as Dark Deception's secret room that you don't want to stumble upon.
What is this?
Inside of the sewer level, you have to make your way through a maze of tunnels, avoiding animatronic ducks with human legs. If you do manage to find the elevator, you might be thinking
that's not
you're safe.
scary. There's some things in video games, especially horror games, that just strikes me as, why did you do that? That's not scary. Come on, man. You're trying to make a horror game? An animatronic duck with human legs? That's kind of hilarious.
But instead, it takes you to a room that's 10 times scarier. You're now stuck with more of these terrifying ducks, and they're trapped in prison cells taunting you.
This is not scary.
A secret that took 20 years to discover is in Sarge's Hero, where a player noticed that there was one wall that you could walk straight through.
Kids these days grow up playing Fortnite. They grow up playing PUBG. They grow up playing Apex Legends. Me, I grew up playing Sarge's
Now, you
Hero.
might be expecting to find a cool secret in
The
here,
real
but
shooter
instead it's a
game.
room full of the dev's picture with giant chunks of flesh sewn onto his head. So yeah, you're probably gonna lose some sleep after this one.
In the drawing room, were they just sitting around, fucking around on Photoshop? Like, hey, look, I made my head super big, so it looks like I'm really smart. And he was like, hey, Johnny, that's really fun. You should put that in the game. He's like, hey, no, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna put that in the game.
And that's not the only chilling Easter egg, because Half-Life 2's headcrab zombies already sound pretty creepy. But when some players felt like there was a voice behind it, they probably wish they didn't keep investigating. Turns out that these guys are actually saying real words, and if you play them in reverse, you'll hear something disturbing.
God, help me!
Well, yeah, he's on fire. What do you expect him to say? Oh, no, I left my oven on. Or, hey, have you seen the weather lately? Or, oh, boys, did you catch the game last night? Oh, of course he's gonna say, he's on fire, man. Come a bit of slack. Maybe help him out. You ever think that the head crabs are people too? And that yes, they may be parasites that are capturing their bodies and sucking the wealth and the personality and the life force out of people. You know, wealthy business owners do the same thing.
Flipping the script with Hitman Blood Money, you can come across this party which has a group of men fighting. It isn't too weird, but there's a secret involving these guys that you need to avoid. If you walk past them, you can spot a gold coin on the ground, nothing really out of the ordinary. But if you shoot it, the men will start running at you completely naked. And if that—
No, that's just the casual, if you shoot the coin on the ground, we run at you naked thing. No, everyone does it. If you're in the boys group chat, you see a gold coin, everyone gets naked. So for those of you guys, so for the girls out there that are watching this video, you haven't been in a boys group chat. You don't know how it goes on there. It's all about getting naked for coins.
If it didn't freak you out, then you're probably more terrified of being humiliated, and High on Life is the master of trolling. During the Nipulon boss fight, he'll force you to hallucinate, but then embarrass you for the rest of your life.
Here, take this one that says you spent all your in-game playtime at an alien strip club. Oh, that's permanent, by the way. Everyone on your friends list can see that forever now.
But
Is that an achievement? Rare achievement unlocked. Spent 15 hours at the alien strip club. Well, yeah, what else are you gonna do? You ever play Mass Effect? That's an actual thing. I probably would have unlocked that. When I was early teens, playing Mass Effect, where they had those blue alien girls like dancing in the strip club. What do you think? I'm not gonna spend 15 hours in there? Listen, I was a growing, developing boy. Of course I was gonna go
But
there.
if it's not your enemies making fun of you, then it might just be a famous celebrity. Bruce Campbell is the narrator for the 2002 Spider-Man game, and if you somehow manage to die in the tutorial, he'll completely roast you.
Okay,
Well, you just got pounded by the weakest enemy in the entire game. That's not something you're going to want to brag about, all right?
And if we're
Maybe being pounded by the weakest enemy in the game is something I want to be bragging about, actually.
talking
Maybe
about
think
Easter eggs you
about that.
don't want to find, Splatoon has one that the devs wish was never discovered. After deciphering the Inkling language, players soon noticed that the text on the shopkeeper's shirt had never been translated. And after just a bit of work, we now know that it says F you. And some of the
No, there's no way. Nintendo would never do that. Nintendo would execute the developer that did that. They'd call them up for summary court-martialing. They would put them up on a jury of other Nintendo developers, and then they'd guillotine them. There's no shot they would let that in the
These
game.
games really gotta watch their tongue, and I think the devs of Outlast took this a little too literal. There's a phone in an office that you can interact with, and if you answer it, there's a man who sounds really worried about you.
Hello? Hello? Oh, thank God you're alive.
He seems genuinely concerned, but that's until it takes a sinister turn and a tongue literally comes out of the phone to attack you.
Oh, dude, no, that is not comfy. That is gross. Have you ever had that when people put their tongue inside your ear? Or they lick their finger and they put their finger in your ear? That is violation on a level that should not happen to another human. It's even worse when they do it with just their tongue. Oh, God.
The Gears of War franchise
That's
has a ton
nice.
of secrets, but you don't want to stumble upon this next one because the devs will straight up punish you. Back in the third game, there was a glitch on the checkout map that froze everyone's screen if you spun a grenade while pressing the alarm. Now, obviously, players wanted to see if they could still troll when the map was ported to Gears 4, but when they pulled out the grenades, this happened.
Wait, that's actually pretty
Going
good, though.
AFK is something
That's
we've
a good
all
one.
done while playing games, but doing this in Mordhau unlocks a hilarious Easter egg. If you just sit there for 5 minutes straight, eventually a shirtless man will appear on a giant helmet.
Casual, as you do. Nothing to see here.
At least it's not as bad as discovering
happy.
a hidden area that's only purpose is to insult you. In the tutorial for High on Life, you can flip this switch, opening a secret door for a few seconds. If you're then fast enough to make it inside, you can walk to the end of the tunnel where you'll be given this amazing Easter egg.
Oh, come on, you worked so hard for that. What even is that? Is that like a bludgeoning device? I can see a lot of blood there. I can see the fuck you. What is bleeding? Is it a head? But, oh, come on,
And in
that's not
Batman Arkham
fair.
Knight, the devs added a terrifying secret for anyone playing through a second time. The intro stays the exact same with Joker being burned, but after about 2 minutes, he'll now do this.
Bro, you can't put a jump
And
scare
while
in
that
this.
makes you regret
Bro, no one is laughing when they're on fire. I don't care who you are. Mr. Joker, you're not even laughing when
playing
you're
the
on
game
fire.
again, Detroit Become Human's AI breaks the fourth wall constantly,
So Scarlett
and not
Johansson?
always in the good way. After each session, if you've let any of the characters die, Chloe will now be upset and make you feel horrible.
You let Kara and Alice die. How could you do that?
Bro, what are you, a chat? I swear to God, my Twitch chat, every time I do a Nuzlocke and something happens that they die, unbeknownst to me that would happen, I get critted or something, or I get poisoned or RNG'd or something just goes wrong. It's always like, oh, you let this happen? You let the die? You let the, what are you, a Twitch chat? Yeah, you know what? I did. Yes, I did. I let them die. I meant it to happen. I let them die, and I thought it was really funny when they died. You can act all disappointed in me now? Twitch chat Detroit human NPC character? Yeah, that's fine. I let them die. You're gonna be angry? I'm still the player character. Sure, whatever.
Still nowhere near as strange as Yoda hiding inside of Jedi Fallen Order. Now, most players know that he doesn't show up at all, but that was until an insane discovery was made. After completing some really difficult and time-consuming steps, you'll be able to reach this ledge. Now, you'd expect a pretty big secret for all of this work, but instead it's a hallway full of low-texture creatures, including Wish.com's version of Yoda.
That's worth
Definitely
it.
not the version fans wanted to see, but at least he looks better than this monstrosity in Red Dead 2. There's this boarded up house with no way in, but dedicated players managed to climb through the upstairs and found a disturbing secret. You'll find an old science lab with skulls, creepy tools, and then this creature. It kind of looks like mad scientists have been chopping up different animals and piecing them together to create.
Looks like Man Bear Pig from South Park. Wasn't there a presidential candidate that kept going on about Man Bear Pig all the time? Or is that not real? Was that just a South Park episode?
Whatever this thing is, but trust me, you don't want to find it. And the same can be said for this unfortunate scene in Fallout 3. There's a ton of skeletons scattered around, with many being in some interesting situations before
That's not meant to happen in the game, just for those of you that have not played Fallout 3.
death, but there's this one that'll just make you feel bad. If you choose to destroy the Citadel, you can now come back to the ruins and find a skeleton with a fan and
Bro, what? No, hold on. What's this? I didn't know about this. What is the context of this situation? You blow up a Citadel, everybody in the Citadel dies, and what, he was mid-sesh when you blew up? He was doing some CBT, was he?
in a questionable position. Yeah, my man got the worst of it. Although he might have been the type to visit the club in Manhunt 2, which had a secret you'd never expect. Now, you might be thinking it's a dirty reference or something, but players who approached the middle window found out what was really going on. After looking inside with a camera, a horrifying scene is revealed.
What the hell?
Now, I'm definitely feeling a
Okay, Jesus Christ. First off, that kind of strip club, it's not really appealing to anyone, I'm gonna be honest. Although it's not a super appealing game, to be honest, either.
As bad as the people who beat Shadow of the Colossus 3 times just to get trolled. Each time you beat the game, your stamina increases, and on the 4th playthrough, you'll finally have enough to climb the giant mossy wall. Inside of this secret area, you'll find fruit.
Bro, what happened to the video? It just like stopped functioning for a second.
Growing
What's
on
going
the trees, which you'd secret area, you'll find
so
fruit
weird. It was
growing on the
freaking
trees,
out.
which you'd expect to be amazing. But your reward for spending dozens of hours is a poisonous fruit that instead decreases your stamina and drains your health. But even that ending isn't as bad as the time Silent Hill 2 trolled their entire community. After playing the game multiple times to get all 3 endings, you can then play once more to unlock the true ending. Except it's your character finding out a Shiba has been controlling the whole game, and everything bad that's happened to you is because of this dog.
No, that's not canon. If it was canon, it would be a cat. There's no way a Shiba, or any kind of dog really, apart from maybe a sausage dog, a Chihuahua, or a miniature Schnauzer, because we know that the smaller dogs, for some reason, they're just more vitriolic, they're angrier. I guess because they've been evolved to be really small and kind of pathetic and useless. If it was a cat, I would totally believe that, though.
And sometimes you might want to take a while before starting a new game. Just make sure you don't do this on Xbox. If you left the original console on the main menu for a long time, static sounds would start playing with some really creepy robot voices. Some players even claim to hear the words, "Die, human." But listening in on some creepy transmissions isn't nearly as scary as this secret.
That's Bill Gates just communicating to all the nerds out there that he just hates gamers so much. It's like, fine, I'll make an Xbox, but I just want to let them know how I feel.
Found in Sonic. In the sound menu for Sonic CD, you could listen to tracks from the game, but one of these would activate a disturbing screen that I can't imagine finding as a kid.
What? No, that's not real. There's no way.
Secrets
That's in
should
it?
stay that way, and that definitely goes for this hidden level in Ultrakill. After collecting this rare blue skull, a bonus mode unlocks that makes the level really eerie with non-stop enemies attacking you in the dark. Now, these guys can kill you in one hit, so a single mistake means the game's over. But if you do survive, you're given an insane reward, this monitor which says, "Mankind was a failure." At least it didn't pop up out of nowhere like the
Why is he spitting facts, though? I mean, he's right. He's giving you the truth of the world. I only know that game because of Maxwell videos as well.
OG sniper scare from Black Ops 2. On the map Mob of the Dead, players could head to the rooftops to admire fireworks. But if you got your friend to zoom in with a sniper, they'd instantly regret it.
Bro, okay. That's a little messed up. Okay. To be honest, Call of Duty Black Ops zombies, or just zombies in general, one of the greatest game modes that they've added to COD, or just any game mode that has been added to any game, especially a long run-in series. That revitalized people's interest and enjoyment of Call of Duty, and it was such a fun game mode. I mean, it's a little bit worn out now, but finding the Easter eggs in this was crazy fun. Back in the day, like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when the games first came out, just running around zombies finding the Easter eggs. There was nothing else like it on the market. I almost miss it. It's like Halo 3's custom games, Call of Duty Black Ops zombies. I mean, they've got Battle Royale since then, but it doesn't hit the same. And that's been 24 Easter eggs. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.